YouTube channel. My name is Ernessa Derose. Please like, share, and subscribe. Any donation will be truly appreciated. So, okay. Hold on, I'm just gonna do my hair real quick. Hold on. I'm just gonna put my robe because I feel like this is going over me. Okay, so okay. Thank God, I feel so good because oh yeah. So today's story is the struggle of being on social media, and yeah. So I haven't been on social media for a while because I was going through some personal things, but now that I'm back, I'm like, this is how it is. Like, I can't believe it. And now I understand why I didn't miss it at all. Like, it's ridiculous. So basically, it's especially like with Snapchat. That's the app that I have a huge problem with. Right. So I asked AI, I'm like, are you sure Snapchat is not a hooking app? Because the way people have been approaching me is kind of inappropriate. And I keep addressing the issue like, okay, listen, I'm not a prostitute. I'm not looking for a relationship. Because you gotta understand, like, I just gave birth. Like, my son is going on 4 months, right? So technically, in reality, for a woman to heal from after giving birth, it take up to a year, you know. So, that snapback culture and stuff like that, don't feed into it because you'll be surprised what they do behind the scene. It really take up to a year. So anybody that's pregnant right now, just or like going to postpartum, just take care of yourself. Don't compare yourself to those celebrities, because it's all an illusion. I'm telling you, it take up to a year to really heal. I mean, I know some people they get right back into shape. It all depends on your body, right? But me personally, I'm going through it, and I'm like, so basically, I'm on Snapchat, and I made video on, hi Nedjet, hi, how you doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, so I'm on Snapchat, and I'm making it clear, like, I'm just here to promote my music, right? And some people would send me like inappropriate pictures, or they'll call me at different time of night. And then I told myself, you know what? I'm just wasting my energy. Like, seriously, I'm just wasting my energy because I only have one baby, right? So, and it's sad because it's like grown adult. And it's really crazy because I knew someone that had the app, and I would tell them, like, what is that? And they're like, oh no, it's just a app, right? But basically, what I'm saying, right? I'm using the app to promote my business, my music. Okay, that's the only reason why I'm using Snapchat, and that's why I'm adding people randomly. But now I'm noticing that I had to constantly repeat myself, and that's actually a waste of energy. So my new strategy moving forward, right, is just I'll continue adding some people, but if, like I said, if the conversation is, because the conversation is so generic, like it's boring. Like they're like, "Hi, how you doing? What's your age? Are you single?" It's like, dude, I just gave birth. Do you really think I'm looking for a relationship right now? No. What I'm trying to do is start my career in the music industry and be financially stable so I can provide for my son. You understand what I mean? So, moving forward, I'm not even gonna waste my time. I could use that energy to continue writing songs. You understand? I could use that energy to spend time with my son. I could use that energy to cook or learn something new. You understand what I mean? So that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. I'm not even gonna waste my time. Like, I'm telling you, I'm gonna put that video out there. I'm not, please. If you hit me up, I'll say, hi, how you doing? What's your age? Are you single? I'm not gonna reply. I'm not. I'm not. Like, this is kind of sad. That's really the dating scene nowadays. I feel bad for you guys. I really feel bad. I really feel bad for real. Yo, first of all, I made it clear I'm not a prostitute. Okay, I'm not looking for no relationship. Okay, and I'm not gonna keep repeating, because, like I said, I only have one son. I don't have multiple children. So yeah, I'm not. I'm telling you, this is the last time. I'm not. Please, please. And I had to ask AI. I was like, yo, you sure it's not a hookup app? Because yo, they be sending me inappropriate pictures and stuff. They be like, especially like, no offense, but there's some people from India. Y'all be calling me at freaking 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like, who told you you could call me? Who told you you could call me? Like, okay, I understand I'm attractive. Okay, I understand, but no is no. Like, what? Like, it's crazy. It is crazy. That's crazy. There's some girls on the app is way worse. Like, they got their butt out. Literally, they have their ass out. Go after these girls, okay? But why are you coming after me? For real, I don't understand. Like, my story is more like, comedy and stuff. Like, even though I'm sure it's not my fault and my breast is big. Okay, I'm breastfeeding. Okay, but still, it's just disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I'm gonna keep adding people to promote my business, my music. But I'm not wasting my time repeating myself. Like, y'all grown adult. You understand what I mean? So the fact that, like I said, I just got one child, so that's crazy. I had to keep. No, no, I'm not gonna get upset. It's just disrespectful. You understand what I mean? At this point, it's just disrespectful. And like I'm gonna keep saying it again, y'all don't pay my bills. I don't know you. You understand? I'm not trying to get to know you either. Only if you're respectful and you have the same interests as me. Like if you are a musician or a songwriter, because that's the part I need a lot of help, like songwriting and practice my voice a little bit so I could get a little bit used to it to perform in front of people. But that's it. But if we don't have the same interests and you waste your time about you know talking about you want to get to know me and stuff, like I'm not doing that. I'm not. So that's it. That's what I wanted to make clear. 'Cause it's like when y'all be calling me at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning for like yeah interrupting my creating writing. You understand? Like I had to like anyway, it's a long process. If you're a musician or a singer or artist, you'll understand what I'm going through. You understand? Like it's just what the hell. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And then some of y'all disrespectful because I'm Haitian. Y'all want to talk me monkey. I'm lazy. This, but seriously, who's the lazy motherfucker? For real, you so focused on me instead of focusing on yourself. Like you could use that time to like learn a new skill or that's the thing. That's why I don't. I be looking at people. I'm like, okay, so you calling me monkey? You saying that I'm mentally ill? You saying that I'm ugly? This, that, the third. But that actually tell me a lot about you. You understand? Like you fucking miserable, not me. Understand? So I don't understand why some people are coming in my life and like you really think it'll affect me? Like, bitch, I know I look good. You can say whatever you want. You say whatever you want. You should see how many people try to talk to me on social media. You understand? So you could stay there and say I'm an ugly bitch or I'm a monkey or a booty scratcher or whatever because I'm Haitian. At least I know where I've come from. Do you know where you come from? Do you know your history? Do you know how to read and write? Thank you, too. So, to say, you know what, you're right. Just feel a little off. No offense, but there are so many creepy people on the internet now that you can never tell what's creepy or be. Thank you. Thank you so much. You understand what I mean? So, like I said, y'all could do whatever you want. You could. No, no, too. I understand where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from, but that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm not gonna waste my time. Please, I'm not gonna waste my time. And like I said, right? Like I said, that particular person that harassing me on the internet. Let me tell you something. I don't want to put my business out there, but I got to. I have an order of protection against you, and I'm gonna get an order of protection against her. You understand what I mean? That's why I said knowledge is power. You understand? So I don't know why people is like, oh, you gotta leave the neighborhood. First of all, you're not the president. You don't own the fucking block. You understand? So you're gonna learn real quick. You're gonna learn real quick. I'm not the one to mess with. You should have never did what you did. That's it. Ridiculous. And then that's what he's doing, using other people to harass me. Who does that? Who does that? So like I said, you're gonna learn real quick. You're gonna learn real quick. The law is the law. You understand what I mean? And y'all want to be disrespectful, talking about light skin, dark skin, good hair, bad hair. You're uneducated. You're uneducated. Okay. Instead of focusing on sex, Go get that degree. Learn how to read and write. How about that? Instead of harassing me and trying to stop my blessing. You're gonna learn real quick. The law is the law. I'm telling you, I'm not playing. I'm not playing. So like I said, y'all want to call me booty scratcher, monkey, all of that. Like I said, I'm very educated. I'm very educated. I don't even have to brag about it. Like I said, I work in certain places that you guys would never even have the opportunity to work at. And I'm moving forward. So you go ahead with that negative thing. I don't care. You're not gonna stop my blessing, and I'm not gonna let nobody harass me or intimidate me. Okay, because I have the right to live. You understand what I mean? I have the right to, and like you said, you don't own the block. You're not the president. You're not the president. So making threat to me, it's just stupid. And using different people to attack me, stupid. Stupid. Ignorance at its best. So remember what I said, right? I have an order of protection against you, and whoever that girl is, I have an order of protection against you too. You're gonna learn real quick. You're gonna learn. Keep harassing me. Keep harassing me. Thank you, Mo Breezy. They're stupid. They're stupid. Like I said, focus on you. E besi mta foute an se ka lot, oui, la foute gade m, itize an vie makaka, madame la fume crack, li fin soumen, la frappe pot lan, toko e gaz, oui. Si te vle, mta foute an se ka lot, oui. Men ou konen mwen gen pitit. Ou konen? So, yeah, I make music, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, I know a lot of people. So I was talking to my homie. He knows yo, he's connected with Jim Jones. He was like, "Oh, you want to make a music video?" He was like, "Okay, I'll charge you this," because we used to hang out a lot and stuff. And then, yeah, I know mad people. I know mad people. Like I said, like excuse my French, but I'm not no stupid ass dumbass bitch. You understand what I mean? So you got the wrong one. You understand? And that's why I said, ladies, be careful because some people will approach you. They think like. That's what I'm saying. Like. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, my therapist was saying, you know what, it's not your fault if you was an honest person. That's their loss. That's their loss. Because some people was like, oh no, don't say anything. Oh no, don't do that. And you know, they're right. In a sense, they're right. Because I feel like if I didn't reveal too much about myself, then maybe I would have never been put in that situation. And that I'm talking about friends, family, relationship, whatever. You understand? So that's it. I'm done. Yeah, so let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I went to the School of Urban Assembly. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, right? So when I came here, I went to the School of Urban Assembly, Music and Art is on downtown Brooklyn, Flatbush. So I was part of a group called Widowman Rock Camp, right? So it's like a program that support women, girls to learn different instrument, right? So I play the drum, the piano, this even from Canada, all the way to Canada. Like I used to struggle in so many classes, but my favorite topic was always music and art. So I play the saxophone, the trumpet, the drum, piano. I have a guitar. I have a guitar sitting right there, but there's a lot of stuff I have to do with the business before I could start making some money because I had to make sure everything is compliant, right? Because me personally, I don't want to. Anyway, it's a long story, but I gotta make sure everything is compliant. Okay, I don't want to be in trouble with the government. Okay, period. So now, what else? Yeah, piano, the guitar. I play the acoustic, the electric guitar. When I was a little girl, I wanted to play the violin, but it was too expensive. My mom couldn't afford it. And my sister, she used to go out with this French rapper from Montreal, Quebec. Okay, so the people in Canada, they know me. You understand what I mean? So then, yeah, and then I wrote a song back then, but then over the year, it just changed over time. You understand? And like I said, if you have a business and you need help with it, or even with financial stuff, there's a nonprofit organization. It's called Operation Hope. So I found a mentor. But the thing is, with the mentor, you got to select the mentor and you got to talk to them. You got to pitch your idea. You understand? You can't just find a mentor and say, oh, yeah, I got a business and they're going to help you out. No, you got to present yourself and pitch your idea. You understand? So they decide if they want to work with you or not. You understand? And the mentor that I found, he was like, you know what? I see you have potential. Seriously. He was like, go in music. Go in music. Another person, I social network with them. They was like, yeah, go in music. Go. You know, I worked in the financial industry. So I worked at BNY Mellon, Bank of America, JP Morgan. I'm missing a couple. I even had a position where I was like, they tried to play me though. So they were saying that I think the position was like data specialist or something, data analyst. But in reality, it was like a director position, and that's what these company would do. You know, they'll hire you and they'll try to jinx you on your money and not pay you what you're supposed to do. Or in my situation, it's like they'll try to make it seem like one woman, she told me that she's like, "Oh, you're too smart for your own good." That's what she told me. And I'm like, all I want is to have a better opportunity like everybody else. You understand? But that's why I created my own business. I have two business, right? I have House of Moses LLC. It was supposed to be a bakery, but my business partner, it didn't work out. We had a business opportunity and they did a background check on us and his thing didn't come out good. You understand? So that's why I say you gotta be careful who you have a business with because yeah, it will come back. It will come back and bite you. You can't open a business with anybody. It's the same thing if you're in a relationship with you can't have kids with anybody because it's a headache. You understand? Even when it comes to family, you gotta be careful who you tell your business with because you'll be surprised who's hating on you. And it'll be your own family. It always somebody that's closest to you. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, and then man, I'm all over the place, but yeah, so, but I needed to address that because it's really become disrespectful. Like, I made stories about I'm not interested in no relationship. I want to focus on my business, everything. I have a son to take care of. You understand? So it's just, I'm tired of the disrespect. But like I'm noticing it's a waste of energy. It's a waste of energy. And you calling me all these monkey name and trying to degrade me, it's not working, boo boo. It's not working. I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you know? Do you know that knowledge is power? Do you know that in America there's law to follow? Do you know that? They're not like us. Did I? Okay, you say God, random community, welcome in. Okay, that's kind of weird. You use God. Oh, you know what? God mean different meaning. Okay, but you know what? Welcome, welcome. Okay, because at this point, I think I'm gonna have a girlfriend. Because these men, they weird. They're weird, man. So yeah, I don't care. No, seriously. But one person was telling me, "Oh, you know what? It's New York. It's New York. If you go outside of New York, it's not like that." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to leaving New York because I'm telling you, it's just full of. It's a headache. It's a headache. It's a headache." Yo, that's funny how you said they're not like us. They're not. Yeah, so you understand, and that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. That's why I don't like reading the comment because I be into so much thought and then I be forgetting, and to prevent the creep, I'm thinking of just pre-recording the video and then just posting it because I'm telling you, it's just weird. It's like I'm just trying to better myself and I'm getting hate for what? Because I'm trying to better myself. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like I said, they make it false allegation. They make it full allegation and tell me. I'm telling you, they came in my house. They trying to disrespect me. Now they're addressing me at Miss Derose. I said, and I'm recording everybody, everybody. So whoever's trying to protect him, that's stupid. But it's okay. I'm not gonna stress myself. And like I said, if anything happened to me, I have the order of protection. So like I said, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Yeah. Alors, c'est ça, là. Il voulait que j'adresse cette situation parce que là, je comprends pas, là. Tu comprends? La personne a fait des choses sur moi et puis moi, j'essaie de juste vivre ma vie pour que je sois là pour mon enfant. Et puis, je comprends pas pourquoi il vient sur moi, là. Je comprends vraiment pas, alors. Thank you. Thank you. To say, people are so rude nowadays. I don't blame this new generation for being afraid to talk to each other because no one knows how to say or do the right thing. Thank you, thank you. And that happened to me 7 years ago, like with my own people. Okay, I used to live on Flatbush. I was trying to put people on, and they felt like I don't know. It's the insecurity. It have nothing to do with you. And then like I said, ladies, you gotta be careful who you let in your life because I used to be like that. I used to be like, don't judge people, give everybody a chance, an opportunity. But there's some people you just got, you can't mess with them. Because they will mess up your life on purpose because they're jealous of you. You understand? So some people you just no, it's not good. You can't be around them because they will find any way to mess you up because they're jealous of you. That's the reality. So I used to be like an extrovert, and after going through that traumatizing experience, I was like, I just kept to myself. I just kept to myself. But to shame me because I opened my life to you, I opened my door, and then you doing all of that. Shame on you. That's your loss. You understand? That's your loss. So that's all I gotta say. And you're right. It's like I feel like especially after COVID, like I know that's like people don't pick up their phone no more. People are more like into themselves, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them because I'm telling you, it's weird. Like we live in weird time. Like I just don't understand. I was going through a situation, and this girl in my building, she was like, "How long you been living here?" I was like, "A year." She was like, "What?" She thought I just moved in here. That's the crazy part. She thought I just moved in. I was like, "No, I've been here more than, I just keep to myself. That's it. So like I said, like please don't let people bring you down. It's a reflection on themselves. That's why. You'll see some people, they so jealous, they'll do anything to mess you up. Let me tell you something, right? I have a cousin, instead of her telling me congratulations, right? She was checking my profile, and I noticed the number of times she checked my profile. Then I showed her my baby, right? Then she claimed that, oh, she got clothes for my baby. Let me tell you something. My baby has so much clothes, I don't need clothes. But if you really want to talk to me, you would have asked that person, oh, give me your Ernessa number. You understand what I mean? So like I said, people are fake. People are fake. Hi, friend. Yeah, please. Please. Yeah, I'm not playing. Like I said, knowledge is power. Well, I don't blame people. People are very fake. And I'm telling you, it could be your friend, your family, it could be your boyfriend, it could be anybody. Anybody. Like narcissistic people, yo, I realize this it could be a boy or girl. I got some in my family. I had like ex-boyfriend like that, but I didn't know what it was. And then you gotta realize there's physical abuse and there's also emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is really hard to prove, but that's why I encourage people don't ever delete your text message. To me, sometimes I used to do that, right? I used to delete the text message or block them because I'm like, I don't want to call them because obviously, they're not picking up the phone or they're doing something they're not supposed to, But now I'm happy that I did not delete because I'm going through this difficult situation and at least I have the proof. I got the proof. So, yeah, I'm tired, you know. Like, don't be mad at me because, like I said, time is very precious, right? We have 24 hours in a day. So if you want to waste your time doing unnecessary, that's on you. But don't hate on me because I'm trying to progress in life. I'm trying to provide for my son. You understand? And then some people's like, oh, you stupid. You should have never said that. Well, I'm an honest person. You understand? Like, please, I was in a situation where I had to fake because, how can I explain it? It's like, of my living situation, but please. I used to work at a real estate office in Brooklyn, and this guy Ray, he told me that he was like, "Why you holding it in?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, just say what you gotta say. Take it off your chest because if you keep it on your chest, it's gonna bother you." And I was like, "You know what? He right. He right." So I don't care. And then some people's like, "What you said is a." Listen, I have the right to say whatever I want to say. You know what I'm saying? You cannot control my mouth. I have the right to say whatever I want to say. Now, if you feel like you gotta beat me up or that's something on you. You gotta be able to control your emotion. There's something called emotional intelligence. Okay. Well, when you see someone reacting like that, that's not good because you give power to the other person. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, emotional intelligence. This guy in New York, like he used to tell me that guy, I used to get upset, and he's like, "Why are you being upset?" I'm like, "Because I'm trying to conduct my business." And these guys is like, "Okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy life insurance." And then when I call them, they're like, "Yo," they try to sleep with me, and I'm like, "Yo, this is a waste of my time." And it's not funny. I got bills to pay. You understand? It's not funny. I feel like women shouldn't be going through that. No, it's just a disrespect. I've been having that problem for a long time. I'm trying to make a sale, and then they more into I'm like, yo, come on, man, you wasting my freaking time. You wasting my time. So, like I said, it's a blessing, it's a curse at the same time to be attractive, because people just look at you as a piece of object, and I'm like, I have way more to offer. Like, I'm smart, I want to have conversation and stuff, but I had to keep telling myself it's not everybody that's like that. It's not everybody like that, because like my family was saying, there's this famous quote. It's like you have to kiss a million frog before you find your Prince Charming, or oh, the situation with the friend or whatever. Show me who your friend are, and I'll tell you who you are. Thank you, thank you. So two, oh man, two, you dropping some knowledge. I like you, I like you. So he said, I think mainly the problem is the parent and the kid. And I'm not saying all parent are bad. I'm just saying people don't know how to be a parent anymore because people are so soft and bad kids. Kind of true, but also like the Bible said, you have and I would say Heavenly Father, because if you look at the word God, right, it can mean different things. But Heavenly Father, right, or the universe, right, He gave us the choice to um yeah, He gave us the right to make any choice. It's not, I forgot how you say it. It's anyway, you have the right to say sure. And I've been watching a lot of like criminal documentary, because I don't know why I'm really into that, like Law and Order. Law and Order is TV show, but really like real crime scene and documentary. You'll be surprised. There was a story where the parents was rich, the daughter, right? She was an Asian woman. I forgot her name. And she failed her class. And instead of telling her parents that she failed her class, she kept going to school. Like she was faking it like she was still in school. Because her parents was the type of parents that was like, you have to have good grades, or if you don't have good grades, you're not. I don't know, like there's some parents like that. It's like they'll really put pressure on you to have good grades, and if you don't have like, oh, Tiger Mom, that's what it's called, Tiger Mom. So if you don't have like A's, like let's say you got an A minus, it's the end of the world for the parent. There's some parents like that. You understand? So the girl, what happened is she found a boyfriend, and they plotted, right? They was like, oh yeah, let's kill my parents so I could get the life insurance policy. You understand? And it's so sad because she could have just talked to her parents and say, you know what, I fell in school, you know. But they killed her parents, and guess what? The police found out, and now her life is ruined forever. You understand? So that's why I said you gotta make the right decision. You had to like, you know, um, yeah. Sometimes it is the parents' fault, but sometimes it could be your fault. It's based on the decision of what you make. You know. Me too. I'm looking back at the thing that happened 7 years ago. I'm like, man, if I wasn't drinking too much, or if I was comfortable being by myself, I wouldn't be going through the situation that I went through. You understand? And I noticed they was really trying to frame me. And the person was like, oh, you scared? You scared? And I was like, nah, I was thinking about my future. I was like, you know what? I just let it go. Hey, I'm going somewhere. I'm not trying to go to jail for what? To show you that I'm stronger than you. That's stupid. That's the street mentality. You understand? So I believe in karma. So, but it took me a lot. I had to go through it. I had to go through it. But I forgive myself. I forgive myself, and I'm happy I made that decision, because now the blessing is coming. You understand what I mean? So it's up to you, man. It's up to you. I'm saying it's up to you. We live in a cold world. We live in a cold world. So, like I said, Heavenly Father, the universe, He gave us the right to make our decision. Free will. Yeah, free will. Okay? So it's up to you. It's up to you. If you want to do bad thing, you want to do bad thing. But don't think because, oh, we poor, that my situation is all about the mind. You have to be careful what you listen to, how you speak to yourself, because everything coming into existence. And don't just talk about it, also take action. You have to take action. You have to take action. And whatever happened in the past, you have to forgive yourself. Because like I said, time, that's the only thing you can't get. Time. And I've been reading the Bible, and I'm like, wow, you think a lot of stuff happened back. It's happening right now, and I'm seeing it. So, yep. Some people, they have the money, everything, and they're still miserable. They are still miserable. You know, the mind is very powerful. If you, I'm telling you, it's sad. It's sad. You know. Oh, what was that situation? What was that situation? Oh, the documentary with Chris Watts. Oh my God, that man, that killed me. I forgot where they lived at, but it was a woman. She had two kids, two daughters, under two, I think, or under three, and she was pregnant with her son. And she was married, right? And that's why I said, like, I be on social media and people's like, "You're not married, you're not this." Like, y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all have to stop shaming people for not being married or whatever. Mind your business. You know what I'm saying? So the woman was married. She had two children. She was pregnant with a son, right? Her husband had an affair. Instead of him getting a divorce, he decided to kill her, the children. So she was pregnant. She was pregnant, okay? And instead of divorcing her, he killed her and the two little girls. The two little girl was under 3 years old, right? And she was married, okay? So that's what I'm saying. I be on YouTube and y'all be shading people for not being married. Mind your business. How about that? Mind your freaking business. Okay, because being married or not, some people, they don't care. They don't respect that, okay? So, yeah, so he went to go deposit the body at his job site. And then by the time he came back, the police was already there. You know why? Because the woman, she had a best friend, and they was really close. So when she called the woman that got killed, she called the police because she was like, no, she was supposed to go to her appointment, you know, and she's not picking up the phone, but you know her shoes is there, and then they went in the house and it was like, hold on, her purse is there, the medication, the kids is there, this, that, the third. He tried to fake it, but that's what I'm saying. Some people, you could try to fake it all you want. Your body, how you move, it cannot lie. It can't lie. You could try the best you want to. It cannot lie. He got caught. He got caught. Just for what? Just for a piece of ass. You're gonna kill your whole family just for a piece of ass. Think about it. That's what it is. I know I'm really rough, but think about it. I'm telling you, I watch a lot of crime shows and stuff like that. It's sad. It's sad. And they had a nice house. But that's the thing. You look at people and you're like, oh, their life is perfect and better. Guess what? They was into a lot of debt. They was to a lot of debt. I just understand. But it's so sad that he killed his two little girl and the wife was pregnant and you killed her too, just for a girl. Oh, thank you too. Too said, as a young person, I think the best parent I had was my dad. He taught me that money can buy you a lot, but it can't buy you love or get people to like you. And after he died, I learned that the yes, thank you too. Oh, you dropping on. I like you too. Please, please, please connect. You smart. Yeah, you know, before my mom passed away, she said, Ernessa, in life, you might not have money, you might not have love, but as long as you're healthy, you're the richest person in the world. And I was like probably what, like 10 or 11 when she told me that. And I didn't understand it. But now that I'm older, I'm like, wow, she makes so much sense. She makes so much sense. So yeah, yeah, I'm telling you. Telling you, stop focusing on the next person. Stop, you know, of course, if you have it, you have it. You know, spend it, you know, spend it. But if you don't have it, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Seriously. And for you to bring the next person down, it just tell me a lot about you. You insecure. You insecure. You understand what I mean? That's what it is. You miserable with your life. You understand? So, and like I said, knowledge is power. You need to, first of all, to navigate this world, you have to know how to read and write. They make you sign certain document and stuff. You got to know what was going on. But this generation is so focused on sex. You understand? They're so focused on the look. But what happened when you get old and you don't look good anymore? Then what? You can't even keep up a conversation. You understand what I mean? Or it's 34. So anyway, so thank you so much for I had to, because I'm like, yo, Snapchat is too much. very disrespectful. But you know what? I'm not even gonna get upset. I have other things to do. Like I said, I gotta take care of my son. You understand? So I hope that y'all learn from me and stuff like that, because like I'm telling you, sometimes what you see is not what it is. And I learned that from watching a lot of criminal documentary crime scene show and stuff like that. A lot of people do was like, oh, why you don't become a lawyer, or why you don't become a detective. I'm that's just not me. I just don't want to do that. I want to do art and music. That's what make me happy. I started in the financial industry, and I always got laid off. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't always perfect, but now I understand that. Okay, you know what? I tried it. It's not working out. Now I'm gonna try something else, and that's what make me happy. And I'm gonna go for it. But anybody that trying to stop my blessing and want to harass me on social media or in person, you stupid. You stupid. Like I said, you can use that time to educate yourself on something, or do something about your life. Cause for you to be calling me monkey, mentally ill, you stupid. You stupid. That said a lot about you. You miserable. You understand what I mean? Miserable, inconsiderate. Yeah, you stupid. That's it. So please like, share, and subscribe. Um, any donation will be truly appreciated, so I can continue doing what I'm doing. Please be patient with me, because, like I said, I have a newborn son. I had to take care of him. There's a lot of things I had to do with the business to make sure everything is compliant. And then, yeah, the music, the thing. But I really had to address that because, like I said, y'all don't pay my bills. For you to be calling me 2, 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, oh, you beautiful. Oh, how you doing? What's your age? Are you single? Like, come on, dude. Like, we ain't doing that, Poppy. Like, come on. Come on. So, and have a good one. Bye.